Just wanted to do a quick video. I read a great article in the Wall Street Journal and the message was very positive. It said we cannot live for COVID-19 but learn to live with it. In my previous video I did state that 99.97% of people do not die of the virus. That makes 0.26% that die of the virus, and they usually have underlying conditions. At last, some very positive news. That means to me that we have to take responsibility for our own health. If people have a BIM over 30, they should lose at least 5 to 10 pounds. Hydroxychloroquine in the right dose would prevent deaths, and the statistics prove this. The most vulnerable with underlying conditions in society should be the ones that are protected, and they should take their advice of their doctors. So we need to look by looking after ourselves, and me personally, I look after myself by taking zinc every day with tonic water with quinine in that. I am a qualified yoga teacher, so I have to know about the body and the anatomy. I take vitamin C and vitamin D. I do lots of relaxation, obviously yoga, breathing techniques, meditation. All this is great for you. It helps you to reduce stress and anxiety, because a lot of people at the moment are feeling very stressed and very anxious. And when our body is broken down by stress, we become less resilient and more open to disease and illnesses. However, I live in the UK and it looks like our Prime Minister will be holding a briefing this evening, and I believe there is going to be a second lockdown because the mainstream media have been talking about the Nightingale hospitals being on red alert. So I believe that we are going to go into a second lockdown, and the reason being is I did on my last video mention the Coronovirus Act 2020 is up for review in the next week or so, and I believe that the government will keep this in place up for the next review, because I think it quite likes the draconian powers it has. They've got lots of powers are in place because of this document, and every day they seem to keep adding to the document. They have actually added a new statutory instrument which allows the retention of fingerprints and DNA in the interest of national security, and that was put in place under the Coronavirus Act 2020. None of these pieces of legislation have been democratically put in place. Nobody voted them, and nobody can vote them down. They can actually, within the next 40 days, if this piece of legislation isn't voted down, it can become law. I have implored everybody in my last video to write to their local MP and ask them how they're going to vote on the Coronavirus Act 2020. So I will implore you again on this video, please write to your MP and ask them how they are going to vote on the Coronavirus Act 2020. It really is important. While we still live in a democracy and we still have our freedoms, we really need to be exercising our rights by asking our MP how they're going to vote.